Hey everybody, today we're gonna do another tutorial, and this time we're gonna talk about move, rotate, and scale. So why don't we get started by double clicking on the top button, and next we're gonna draw a polyline that is 10 by 10 centimeters. Close by CL, you close it, and in order to move it you can select it, and if you have the gumball on you can either move it like this or XY axes. We're still all drawing in 2D, but if we want to be a little bit more precise and we have the O snap on, we can type move or M, enter, select the object, enter, and then go to one point and just move this, let's say 20 centimeters to the right. 20, and then hit enter. And then click with your left mouse button. And now you've moved it 20 centimeters to the right. If you want to move it 20 centimeters up, hit move again. You don't have to click right there. You can also click outside and move it up 20 centimeters like this, enter, and then hit your left mouse button to define it. Next up is how to rotate this, and so again you can use the gumball right here and rotate it. If you hit shift, it goes into a rotation that is not necessarily locked. You won't be able to see this, but if you create, let's say, a rectangle, and you rotate it like this, it is locked in the 90 degrees rotation, and if you hit shift you can kind of rotate it and eyeball it. However, when you rotate, that is usually in architecture not very precise, so one way of doing it is you can find the spot that you rotate. So let's say it's this point here, you hit rotate by ROT, enter, click the point of where you want to rotate from, and then hit the baseline of where you want to rotate. And now you can rotate 90 degrees or 180 degrees. If you have ortho on, it goes by the 90 degree steps. If you hit F8, ortho turns off. This way you are rotating into less than 90 degrees, or you're not bound by the 90 to 100 degree area, but you don't really know if this is, you can eyeball if this is 10 or 45 degrees, but you can also type it. So let's say we want to rotate this 30 degrees, you hit 30, enter, and now it is rotated at 30 degrees. So scale is an interesting one. I use this a lot. There are two ways of scaling. One is relative and the other one is absolute. If you type scale and you hit this point here and you want to make this 10 by 10 centimeter square twice as large, you hit a point and then you just type twice, 2, and that will make it 20 centimeters. Your this area here will give you a lot of information, so if you're ever in doubt of what to do next, it usually gives a couple of clues here in this little text box here. Distance, D-I-S-T, will fill in distance, will tell you that this is now 20 centimeters. Now if you want to make this 25 by 25 centimeters, there's also a more relative way of doing that by again typing scale and click on the beginning and then on the end. That locks at 20 centimeters, and now just type 25 And this makes this square 25 by 25 centimeters. Again, we can check that by distance. And now it has a dimension of 25. Now the other thing that I find is kind of interesting is if you want to make this 25 but this 50, you can also do a scale 1D. So scale, you see that how scale 1D comes up over here. I use this a lot. And now you can scale just one dimension of this square and make it into a rectangle that is like 50 centimeters. And now you have a 25 by 50 centimeter rectangle. And that is how you move, rotate, and scale in Rhino. Again, if you have more questions and want to see more tutorials, please visit renderschool.org, where you can also email me if you have specific questions. You can also leave questions in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Until next time.